Hi, Jürgen. Really nice to see you. Actually, I must say, a long time we haven't seen each other. So great to have you here and to welcome you virtually to Italy. On my back, you can see the picture of our headquarters in Milan. And I'm particularly glad to welcome you to Italy because you will be soon attending a very big event in Italy. Because Jürgen, maybe not all the colleagues know, that in addition of being part of Team Bayer, you are also a top Paralympic athlete. You already have in your sport curricula 6 Paralympic Games, and this is just terrific. Would you like to spell around what sport we're talking about and tell us a bit more?
Yeah, sure. Happy to do so, Monica, and great to have this interview together today. We will be soon visiting Italy with the German national team in sitting volleyball, with the women and the men team, and we are going to participate in the European Championship sitting volleyball, which will take place from October 9 to October 16 in the area of Venice, so in a city called Caorle.
Yeah, this is really great. And first of all, congratulations. Congratulations for your commitment, for your brilliant sport career. You're a true role model of perseverance and strength. But tell me, how is Barry involved in sitting volleyball?
Bayer is heavily involved in sitting volleyball. Actually, for me personally, this was even the reason why I joined Bayer. So in Germany, Leverkusen, and on with the support of Bayer, the company is one of the biggest para sports clubs in Leverkusen. We support three sports: it's sitting volleyball, it's swimming, and it's para athletics. And for sitting volleyball, we have an amazing environment with great coaches, a great sports hall. We also participated for many years in the Dutch league, and Bayer has always been a big supporter. And for me personally, I was growing up in the southern part of Germany, and I came to Bayer because of getting better conditions to do my sports. And in parallel, I then started my professional career with Bayer as a company. So yes, Bayer is a big supporter of sitting volleyball and is very closely connected. And at the same time, we are also supporting in Bayer more than only sitting volleyball, also our para sports. And that's also something I also see a great connect to Italy, because I understood and learned from your team, Monica, that there's also a great connect of Team Bayer Italy to para sports in the recent past. So maybe you want to tell us more about that.
Yeah, sure. I have to say that I'm really honored, excited, and happy that Italy is going to host this great event because, as you said before, Bayer has always believed in the importance of sport, and we in Italy have always been really aligned and I would say resonating with values such as inclusion, respect for oneself, dedication, but above all, we believe in sport for all. And it is precisely for this that this year, as a company, we are supporting in Italy FISPES. FISPES is the Italian Federation of Paralympic and Experimental Sports. And we supported it with two projects. The first is called the FISPES Itinerant School, a project in 6 stages aimed at athletes with disabilities, aged 5 to 16 years old. This initiative allows them to discover and harness their abilities through their playful physical activity of sports, seen as a preparatory path for choosing a sports discipline that suits their passions, aspirations, and psychophysical conditions. A second project, we supported the Italy Open 2023. The Italian stage included the World Para Athletics Grand Prix Circuit, an international para athletics event attended by almost 600 athletes from all over the world, representing 55 nations. By supporting these projects, we have taken up a challenge to educate and educate each other to never lose sight of the value of the person, focusing on his or her talents and abilities, enhancing their uniqueness. Through the universal language of sport, we want to send a message of integration beyond any stereotype or prejudice. So now I ask you, Jürgen, what role has sports played in your life, and what was the key that led you to achieve so much success?
Yeah, obviously sports played a very, very, very important role in my life from an inclusion aspect. So it was a great area for me to prove myself, to also reach my limits and try to be successful with a team. So I always enjoy team sports from the get-go. So it played a huge role. And I mean, having the opportunity to participate in so many events, 6 Paralympics, which was always amazing experiences with athletes from all around the world, coaches, a lot of enthusiasm from spectators, and also seeing the Paralympics as an event growing over the past decades, and see that also society embraces and appreciates inclusion more and more. Also on the back of such events, for me, it's just terrific. And what was support? I mean, obviously, biggest support was my family, my friends. You couldn't do this without. I mean, I was very, very active in the sport, spent a lot of days on the road, on the weekends with the team, joined a lot of events. And at the same time, I worked for Bayer and had a great professional career. So doing this would never have been possible without the big support of my family and also my wider friend ecosystem helping also us as a family to make this happen. And I'm really absolutely thankful for that.
And this is again, it's really inspirational. I listen to the path that led you to success, and I really want to restate you're a role model of stamina, resilience, commitment, passion. I think it's really great, and we all learn a lot from you and your story. However, I guess that life was not always easy and smooth in terms of getting to this success. So, what kind of obstacles have you encountered, and if any, how and what in what way you managed to overcome them? How was the community around you and the people around you helping you? And what else can be done to help other people overcoming this kind of possible roadblocks?
Yeah, I mean, obstacles, I wouldn't call it. I mean, there's for sure a lot of things you have to organize. And taking one example for me, when you participate in tournaments, you never had a chance to negotiate about the vacation periods. So now, for example, when we come to Italy, October 9th to 16th, I have to have also the support in the team, in the company, that they accept that those vacation periods are there, and I have to join those. And I cannot then also consider other plans. And they always experience a lot of flexibility from the teams I worked with. So that maybe was a small obstacle. But then for sure in sports, is always you go in to win, but there's also always the risk to lose. And at the foresight, you always think about winning, but you have to accept that you take this risk as well. In 2004 in Athens, we were very, very close to make and win a medal there. We were in the semifinals. We lost after 5 sets, a very tight game. Then we were in the bronze medal final, and we lost this game as well. And then obviously you are there and you have to deal with a lot of emotions. It's very hard to digest that. And what is then helpful? I mean, it's peers in the team, because you all together went through that journey, and you all have now to digest and stand up and take the next chapter. But it's again friends and family that help you to take different perspectives to it. And if I look back now, this was a huge experience. It was amazing Paralympics. It was an amazing period to prepare for it. But at that very moment, it was really about this emotions around having lost something. But then with the help of many others, you stand up again and you put yourself a next target, which was then to be successful in the next Paralympic cycle. And I think this happens to us many times in life. And for me, really the most critical piece is the people around you. And actually, that's also what drives me to keep playing at that level with all this intensity, is because there's people also in the national team which I love to be with and which I want to work together with to jointly achieve big goals.
Yeah, I mean, I was fascinated listening to you. I mean, I was really thinking of how much we can learn. I mean, you were talking about losing or winning, so it's about risk and also about learning, about getting organized, about getting support, working peer to peer, helping to get to the results. So I think there is so much in your story that can really be a great insight and great learning occasion for us. I mean, because of this, and they see the value of it, at Bayer Italy, we've always been supporting diversity, equity, and initiatives in many ways, and many initiatives being locally. We have a community of 35 champions and ambassadors for DE&I in Italy, absolutely committed, passionate. They work as a community, I would say, really in a peer-to-peer kind of co-creation and coordination. And it's amazing how, the level of energy you can unlock letting people work on this kind of project, really finding their own creativity and getting to really managing to move the whole organization ahead in learning more about all the values and the examples that we can learn from and look at from DNI. So really fostering inclusion and diversity, it's really, I think, a great also way to develop the organization and not only to do something which resonates with our values and make people free to be themselves.
Yeah, thank you, Monica. And I'm really convinced that your commitment towards these issues is an inspiration also for other countries. That's also one of the reasons why we wanted to do this interview. It's about sharing. It's about making people aware of what's going on in all our country organizations, because, I mean, the Enable community has grown over the past years dramatically, and we see a lot of activity going on in the countries. And I can only also encourage other colleagues in Bayer Italy who are not yet part of this great team of ambassadors. There is a great opportunity to work also on the diversity and inclusion topic and work on different things also in your professional life to enrich also the way we work together. So thanks for that example.
And thanks to you again, Jürgen. And, before we say goodbye, I have a curiosity as the championship is really getting closer now. What are your goals and your hope for this championship and what you and your team are ready to fight for?
Yeah, let's start maybe with our women team. Our women team is there in the top 4, top 5 the last years. They really hope to get to the semifinals and go for a medal. The championship as such is also a qualifier for the Paris Paralympics, which for sure for every athlete is a great ambition, but there's only one ticket in both the men and the women event. So you have to get European champion to get that ticket. So for our women, it's key to make it to the semifinals and then see what happens from there. For our men team, is really to get to the finals. We are number 2 in Europe after Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we really want to make our way to the final. And then it's going to be a tight match, and we really looking at this ticket for Paris, because that would just be amazing after we had a great experience in Tokyo with the Paralympics. Amazingly organized, but we all know due to COVID, there were no spectators possible at both the Olympics and the Paralympics. So all of us are super eager to come to Paris and to have Paralympics with emotions, with people in the sports hall again. And that's also still my last ask, maybe to Team Italy. Whoever is close to Venice, come by. We will also post a link to the event in the article, so you'll find all the data there, and you're always happy to come around. It's going to be exciting to see some great sitting volleyball in this area, and you are warmly welcome to support the German team, but for sure you can also support the Italian team as you like.
Yeah, I mean, and we will encourage colleagues who can, reach the location just to go and see you live. And I would really encourage all our colleagues to follow you and follow us on whatever social media you may post what's going on. So definitely let's make sure we all follow this great championship, especially supporting Jürgen really as our role model and champion in this game. So they're really wishing you good luck, Jürgen. Let's remind everybody of this important appointment and, big support from Bayer Italy. We're all here. We will have fans for you here supporting and following you.
Thank you very much, Monica.